Right. Okay, we can start with, I'm going to leave this row alone. We're going to go ahead and pop out this row. And we're going to start with just opening the shells of all of these. Lube pandas are always a pain to like pop the shell open for. Okay, let's just put the housing and the springs and the stuff off to the side. We'll put the bottom housing back in. That way it's we're just going to line up the housings this way, and we can lube them pretty quickly this way. Any way to speed up the process is nice, because this stuff is a process, that's for sure. Dang. There we go. We're just going to go ahead and do 10 at a time as well, because that way we can feel like we're accomplishing something along the way. We have little milestones. It's actually my first time lubing an entire set of switches. Previously, actually I got my switch lube in yesterday, so I put together a couple. Took me a while to kind of figure out the right amount you want to lay down, but I think I'm starting to feel good about it. Kind of know what I want out of it with the Holy Pandas. Just excited to try this out. It's kind of weird starting with the top of the line, basically. Like, oh, this is a lot of people's in-game switch here. Is the Holy Pandas, so it is kind of weird starting all the way at a lot of people's in-game, but it is a little. Guess it's a little strange, I guess, on my end, because this is my first board. I mean, I made it a while ago, so you know it isn't that big, that much of. I don't know. I don't feel like that much of a noob, because I've been kind of looking into this for a couple months now, and have watched you know, countless hours of just streams or just other builds and things like that. So I don't feel like I'm too confident about it. I just know that this is a long, tedious process that I'm going to be working through here. Probably won't get these all done in one stream. I know watching other people usually takes about like 3 to 4 hours or so to do an entire board, but a lot of the times people are doing 60%, and I'm doing an 80 key board. It's like a 75-ish%. It is kind of a weird setup, the 80 key is, but ooh, don't want to get the springs stuck in together. What is that, 7 now? Yeah. We're 7 deep, only a couple more. I'm gonna flip over these housings over here on this side. Realize you guys can't really see them, so I'm gonna. This is probably a better idea. I'm gonna move this up into this corner because you don't really need to look in this top corner. Boom. Flip these all upside down. One thing I wish I had was one of those like little I forget what they are. It's one of those like little tools that people use. I think it was some sort of makeup tool that people use to hold their stems. Right now I'm just holding the stems with my fingers, which isn't really all that bad, but I think the other thing would be a lot better because it is a little hard to hold on to them as you're doing this. This is a fairly daunting task, I won't lie. I do wish I had some like spray lube so that way I could easily like quickly lube all of the springs. And honestly, I feel like the spray lube for springs, from what I've seen in videos, it almost looks to be more effective, like because it does get the entire spring rather than you applying a hand done thick layer of like. Because all I have is Crytox 205 grade 0. I don't have any, like, I think it was I don't know too much about the different lubes, but I think it was, like, Tribosis, like, 3203, I think is what people said. I think there was also, like, a 105 or something like that that was supposed to be thinner. But I feel like the springs itself don't necessarily need that thick layer. Hold up. Hold on a second. I'm just in Discord right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and mute myself. Honestly, kind of wonder if this foam would be a good foam to go on my board. It seems too thick, though. But I've been thinking about putting a foam layer in my Idobao board. Just to dampen out some of the sound. That one-up keyboards here. That's where I got that lube from. I expected this to be a little bit larger, if I'm being honest. This this is the 205 grade 0. I don't think you can really read that on there. There it is. Hopefully it lasts me for the entire thing, but let's go ahead and start up the process, get some lube on there. Can't really even tell, but that was a little bit of a thick. Sorry, I'm getting down in there. You can see my head. I don't really feel like much was applied on that end. Now I know a little goes a long way with this kind of stuff, so I'm trying to be pretty conservative with it, but it always is a little hard to tell how much you've laid in on there, you know? Breaking these open like this, though, does feel like it's going to go a lot faster, just where I'm at right now. Honestly, to me, the worst, like most time-consuming part is the stems itself, especially because I don't have the holder, so I'm kind of having to finesse it a little bit with the way that I hold the stems, which definitely slows down the process. I do feel like this might not last me for the entire 80 keys. So I'm really hoping it does. I do have 2 Holy Pandas already done. So if it's coming down to the wire, I got that. I do have some Glorious G-Lube on the way. I'm not sure. There hasn't really been any reviews on that, so I guess everybody right now just doesn't really know how it's going to go. How good it is or whatever. So I guess that's one of those we're going to have to wait and see kind of deals. I'm going to take a look at... It is kind of hard to tell, but I mean, I definitely have applied it. Like, I know for a fact I have. And we're going to do springs next. Probably move this. Luckily, this stuff is thick. We're going to do the bottoms first. That is a really thick layer. Yeah, but we're going to do the bottoms first, and then we're going to go back over and do the top. Should be able to get a couple out of this amount I put on this. This stuff really just smells like glue. That one went on really thick. I got a little bit too much on this end. Spread that out a little bit. Alright, last one, and then we hit the tops. It's quite a bit on there. That's really the easy way to do it here, is put it like halfway on and just kind of spin it around. Make sure you got some on there. Just put it on. It seems like the best way to go about that. Time for the stems. The hardest part. I wish I had something to hold these. Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's anything makeshift around here I could use. Not really. Alright, fingers it is. That's a lot. Yeah, it's still a lot. We're just gonna have to about to lose it already on my finger. Make sure we spread that well. There. One. Two. Trying to avoid the legs if I can. I don't want to reduce the tactility of these holy pandas, but I really do got to be careful with how much I'm using, because I'm afraid that this won't last all the way through all 80. And it took me about a month to get this Lubing. Hopefully I'm not putting it on too thick, not wasting. That's so good. Prickly pear and orange. Now, is there enough on this? This for that one side. Let's check. Oh yeah. Halfway done with this the set on this part. Okay. I'm gonna go really light with this brushing. Just fresh amount on this. There we go. And 3 more. I think I can get 1 more stem out of this. And a slight amount. Ooh, that is not a slight amount. Let's see if I can. Spread it. Okay. 2 more stems and then the top housing. And I'll go light on the top housing because I went pretty heavy on the stems, it feels like. I think I need a little bit more. And I'm already like, feels like a quarter of the way in. Wonder if I'm just going too heavy. Really hope I can make it all the way through. There's my shaky hands. Alright, let's get to the top housings. Should be a bit easier. There we go, that's one. It's two. Three. Sick. Okay. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's try to scrape some off the top here, so I'm not really digging down into it. I actually think I might be lubing some unnecessary parts. No, those need to be lubed. Never mind. You can definitely feel the effect. Like the smoothness is definitely better. Got some smooth jams for some smooth switches. The Holy Panda box too that it comes in, just one straight from drop, works great as like a lubing station, because like you can buy lubing stations but they're not super cheap. I mean, I guess in the keyboard game They're not really expensive for keyboard related things. You can get them for like, I don't know, like $30 I've seen. But you know, you've already spent a couple $100 probably when you're bored, especially if you're at the point where you're lubing. I feel like you probably spent a couple $100, a few hundred bones on that, and at that point, $30 more on a switch station, a lubing station might not feel great because you've already spent so much. So the box that comes with the Holy Pandas is pretty nice. I mean, and you know, the only bad part is it doesn't really come with any sort of like holding compartments for anything other than the bottom housing, really. But that's okay. Doesn't bother me. Okay, so we are a few in. So I'm going to do like a quick sound test for you. And I'll show you unlubed versus lubed. Here's unlubed. That was like fast clicky versus like slight clicky. This is slight clicky, not all the way bottoming out. And then here's lubed. And I'll do fast and then slight again. This is bottoming out. And then here's slight. Definitely noticeable, much quieter. But also keep in mind that there's going to be a lot more sound from the actual physical board itself when you're finished, whenever these are in the actual board. Especially when you have a board like mine that's kind of hollow and has a little bit of reverb to it. I don't have the quietest sounding board. Okay, so that's one row done. So I technically have 12 finished. What up, Gib?
What up, Uber?
Bro, I'm out here.
How many you got left?
Oh, dude, shit, I got a lot left, but I'm probably not gonna do them all tonight.
Slowly work on it throughout the week.
Oh yeah, like I think I've done 12. And since I told you I've done 10, I did 2 last night, but out of 80. So,
Golly.
yeah, shit's like a long ass process, but
It is worth it.
dude, they sound and feel freaking clean. I did a handful yesterday, or I did 2 Holy Pandas, I think, and then I wanted to try out the Gateron Yellows, how they felt, and they both like feel infinitely better, and they already like feel pretty good on their own.
Nice.
But I think I'm gonna do one more stack of 10. How long have I been streaming this? 29 minutes. Okay, so I'll be able to do the next, I'd say about 25 minutes is probably when I'll play.
Okay.
So actually it's not too bad. That's what, for 80, if I do 20 in an hour, shit, about 4 hours. Damn.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
After that, it's just like, that's what you get to use.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's gonna, I mean, obviously they're kind of, at that point, I'm not doing anything else to them. Luckily, I don't have to, like, film them or anything, because that stuff would just add more time. That's like, there's just, I don't know if you know what the films are, but they're these, like, little, plastic.
Little clear things, right?
Yeah, you put them on the inside of it to, you do it for, like, switches that have pretty wobbly housings. But like Holy Panda's housings are so damn tight that it's like you can't film them. It's honestly, it makes taking them apart like really hard actually, because how tight they are.
Oh wow.
Eventually, I'll do all the Gateron yellows too, I think, but either that or.
So, I mean, once they're lubed, it's like you can just leave them laying out and like they're lube. That's it.
Yeah, like once they're lubed forever, basically, because like it constantly, like as it moves, it's constantly like reapplying the lube essentially,
Right.
because it's just moving it around, and you move like, or you lube like every like moving piece, so it's like it's just constantly going back onto where it was. So I don't know if I want to straight up lube all the Gateron yellows or just buy like another like nice switch to throw on my my other board. It's like the yellows are good, but like I could get like a full set of like novelty creams, which are supposed to be really nice.
Right. Oh my word, this May is crazy.
Dude, the new
Wait, so you're you don't have a full set of either?
well, I have a full set of Holy Pandas and a full set of Gateron yellows. So like I bought this board. It's called it's like a Womir like 87K or K87 or something like that. Bought it on like Banggood, which is like a Chinese like site basically, where they just have everything on there. And it came with Gateron yellows already in it. It was basically a full built board. But a lot of people get it and modify it because it's just like a really cool board, because it's like solid acrylic with like has lights, has like RGB through the entire thing. But I kind of like it just without the RGB on, to be honest,
Gotcha.
because it's just like that weird frosty acrylic look. Okay, I'm almost done dismantling this. The next 10. Okay. Time to get the lube out.
What? Oh my god.
Bro, straight up, the new Tracer skin, fire.
Yeah, those pants are fucking nuts.
I'm big on it, dude. That thing's freaking nice.
About to get my first win on Paris.
Best map in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't watch any of the APAC games for like the last playoffs, like this weekend. But apparently, like I was listening to Platchat today, and they were saying that NYXL like purposely almost played like not anti-meta, but like
Yeah,
counter to the meta,
they.
and like just threw their game basically.
Yep, they
Like,
shit the
right.
bed.
Yeah.
I stayed up till 6 to watch that.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
I was like, I kind of started falling asleep after the like during the second match, and then I saw that it, like kind of woke up and I saw that they were down 0-2, and I said, well, they lost this shit, and left. I just went to bed. I'm like, I'm done.
That fucking sucks, dude. I mean, what else do you expect, though?
I know. Well, it was weird because like, I'm just wondering why they don't run, like Nene on Sombra. Is he just bad at Sombra? That's like, or like SBB was a really good Sombra all year. Why didn't they run SBB Sombra and the Nene Tracer?
Well, that's what they were talking about. Is like they just went against what they were good at and what they knew like worked against like the Roadhog teams.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It seemed like they just tried to force SBB. Didn't SBB just play Tracer the entire time?
He played Tracer and he might have played some Ash maybe. I'm not super sure.
See, that's just a throw. And they were also playing. No, I thought they were playing Haxel, right?
Yeah, Haxel was Sombra the whole time.
That doesn't make sense at all. If they, I mean, they honestly should have gone like, yeah, then they should have been Ash, and then SBB could have stayed on the Tracer.
He could have been Tracer or Sombra. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like.
They could have done the exact same thing that Shock did to Washington Justice. But
Well, and that way you have more flexibility too, because the thing is like, Nene's pretty decent Tracer. I would say he's like a above average Tracer in my opinion. So I'm like, he could swap to it if SBB was on Sombra, or I mean, I guess they could do the other way around.
I mean, I always thought that Nene was like top tier Ash as well. I feel like his Ash was
He's-
higher
he's-
quality than his.
I agree.
His, Tracer.
I agree.
So like they could have easily done like the Ash Tracer, just like overall damage, run Jonak on Zen. Like, why are you running Jonak on Ana?
Oh yes, Jonak didn't touch Zen at all, and like
Yeah.
Zen is meta right now.
Yeah, and you see Violet like popping off on Shock when he's running Zen with the Ash Tracer. Like, if they would have just listened and saw what Shock did with, because Shock was like the only other team that was like really doing well with the Tracer Ash. They could have just literally mirrored their comp. Not against them obviously, but and they would have beat Soul.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not gonna go watch it like I haven't seen anything about it. Like I remember the day after, before I decided if I was going to watch the highlights, I was like saw the scoreline and I'm like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah, the 3-0 scoreline was like, it was painful, dude. I was out. I was like, oh, I'm done. 6 a.m. and we're getting smacked. Not changing anything.
Gosh, Winston is so hard to play against people that can actually aim.
Oh yeah, you just get instant melted.
It's okay. Can't sleep again. I have gold damage. Come on now. What's up? You just wanna watch me? Did you get Travis?
Tell Hope I said what's up. Okay. I might be able to make this work all the way through. I'm actually kind of cranking through this pretty fast.
Dude, that's the first team I've ever avoided a quick play. It's fucking insane.
Your team?
Yeah, dude.
They're just terrible?
They were just like, they weren't that bad, but they were like making calls, like they didn't know what was going on. They were like a plat border that was like calling what for me and Diva because I was playing with him to do certain things.
Oh, dude, classic.
And I was like, he's like playing Ash. I'm like, okay, if you're a plat border and you're telling me to dive in when I have 30 HP waiting for my Ana to respawn, I'm gonna fucking not want you on my team again.
Valid.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually almost done with the second to last step, so I'm actually cranking through this pretty fast.
Ooh, nice. I really have come to realize that people on console are just 10 times worse. At, like, just like the tiers. Because I swear, like, my tank play is almost as good as, like, my console tank play was.
Oh yeah, I
feel
mean,
like I'm getting shit on by plats.
I feel like my relative like aim and stuff, my overall accuracy and stuff is about the same on PC as it is on console.
Right.
And
Everybody's skill ceiling is just that much higher.
yeah. I mean, that's partly a hardware thing, I think, but, like, still. You been following the new Xbox at all?
A little bit. The S looks kind of interesting, actually.
That's what I'm feeling. Is because like I don't think I'm ever gonna play Xbox like hardcore again, but like the S to me feels like it's a good enough value for like $300 for what you get is kind of nuts.
Right. And I mean, you get to like, it's basically. I really am just gonna get it just to be able to play the next gen games.
Yeah.
If none of them were gonna be available on PC, or if I just wanted to play them on Xbox.
Well, also
the
like
value's crazy.
like native 1440p at 120 FPS for $300 is nuts. I don't even have 1440p monitors.
Right.
Like the specs that it's coming with is like almost topping what my PC can do, and I spent like $1,300 on my PC.
Yeah, the value's insane. I wonder, like, I don't know. It really doesn't even make sense.
Oh, there's no way they're making any money on the consoles. They're probably losing a couple $100 maybe on the console. And you see they're giving 2 years of Game Pass?
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Literally, okay, and another sick thing about it is that you can finance the console. So you can...
I saw that too.
I'm like, to me... What were you saying?
I don't know. I feel like that's gonna go into like the consoles are just gonna be like cars now, and I kind of feel like they're just gonna release consoles a lot quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I like it because it makes gaming more accessible. Like a lot more people are gonna be able to afford it now.
For sure.
And hopefully that leads into some more like crossplay kind of stuff coming soon, and whatnot.
Yeah, it was like what, $20, $25.
For the cheaper one, yeah, it's $25 a month. For the more expensive one, it's $35 a month. So I'm like really.
I'm pretty sure that comes with Game Pass too.
They both come with 2 years of Game Pass.
Sheesh.
And I'm like 2 years of Game Pass, like that's a good deal. Cause Game Pass is what, like, it's like
15.
Yeah, bucks a month or something like that.
I mean, be like the ultimate.
No, I've never even bought Game Pass, but like, I'd be tempted with with getting it for free. Shoot, I might even use it.
Yeah, I had it only because like I think last summer they let you upgrade for 1 year for $1. I don't know how Microsoft is making any money. I literally paid for my $60 for the entire year for live, and then I got Game Pass also for the rest of the year for $1 extra, not per month, just like that was it.
Yeah, Microsoft, like, I don't understand their model, but I mean, obviously they make money through other things, not just Xbox. Like, they're the biggest PC creator in the world. I mean, they're the only PC creator, I guess. You have PC wise, because then you end up in Mac or Linux.
Dude, I just full booped a Mercy off of a res, and she somehow still got it. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I don't understand that. I feel like if she gets hit by a movement ability, like a booping ability, it should automatically cancel it, no matter how far you knock her.
Yeah, like I get it.
It should be consistent.
It's being able to like hide behind a wall by like an entire fucking 20 feet, but I feel like when I boop you.
Yeah, it should automatically cancel it, no matter how far she went, because you hit her with the ability. Like, the ability itself should cancel it, not the distance. And I know that would probably be a big nerf to her, but I think Mercy is one of the weirdest characters, because, like, the only reason they can't buff her healing is because of characters like Pharah and Genji. That's literally it. It's because if you buff her healing, then people can't kill those people, even though her healing isn't very good. Like,
Yep. I never even thought about it that way.
It's-
But that's literally why.
it's literally a Zen orb.
Yeah, her healing is so awful.
Which is like, kind of makes her not very good, but I think her ability to do damage amp is kind of why she gets played. And res, obviously. Because she's popular right now, honestly. Like, I was playing her. Well, that's 2 rows of Holy Pandas done. 49 minutes, so that took 20 minutes that time. I'm actually gonna...
You're getting better at this.
A little bit faster, yeah. I'm gonna take off the bottom of my board real quick, because I'm just gonna see if I can put some foam in it. Give me 1 second, be right back.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure I, like, threw away the box that had the foam that I was gonna use. Wait, I don't need this anymore. What am I doing? Let's do some sound tests, I guess. No, you're about to hear a, is this one not all the way on? There you go. You're about to hear, the difference between a lubed Holy Panda and an unlubed Holy Panda.
Alright, let's hear it.
Hold on, it's gonna be a couple minutes because I'm just putting them in right now. Feels like I got some good progress today. Probably gonna do some tomorrow. I think Haley's coming over, so I think we're gonna watch some TV or something. So I'll probably do them while we're doing that.
Nice. What the hell, bro? That's actually a good play.
Yeah, once I finish doing this, I had to go clean off my brush, but then I'll be on.
Alright.
Okay, those are all lubed, went wide in, couple
Have you
unlubed.
leveled up at all since the last time I played?
I think I played a little bit. I don't think I played very much though. I think I'm like level 19 or 20. I haven't played that much. I actually haven't played games that much. I think I played 2 games of Valorant the other day, and I was just kind of tired of it. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do shit for, like, both games, and I was like, alright, I'm done. Just bounce. Okay, I'm gonna put some caps on this. Okay.
Yeah, I literally haven't got on for like 5 days.
I know, I was wondering where you've been.
Yeah, I kind of like changed my sleep schedule up last week. No.
Just because?
Yeah.
These might sound a bit hollow, actually, because I don't have a lot of I don't have that many switches in the board. But I'll do it anyways. That's the wrong row. Okay. I'll do some Switch ASMR right quick. I'll show you regular.
Okay.
Alright, here's lubed. You hear that?
Nice. Just sounds like it's kind of
It's like
tucked away in a little corner.
yeah, it's like fuller. It feels a lot better too.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's way smoother. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a process. It's gonna take a minute to get all this done, but once it's done, damn thing's about to sound nice. Okay, so the unfinished ones, I'll just leave the rest in the board. Just doing the cleanup now.
fuck the point? Why is there one hog that's fucking 6 of us in the spawn? Come on. Why are you falling back? There's 2 dead on point. Oh my fucking god.
Quick play.
Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Yeah, I killed 2 on point. How about we go in? What do you mean group up, bro? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, dude. People have the mentality of like, I don't understand what like people's mentality is, I guess, in ranked or in just Overwatch in general. Because I told you about the time where I was playing ranked, and this dude, I think we had like 30 seconds left, and we just had to touch, but I was waiting on. I told our teammate, because the other team had like a decent amount of time to be able to like, or not time, but decent amount of distance to push the cart. And our teammate's like, we gotta touch. I'm like, bro, we got 30 seconds left. Our teammates are spawning up in 5 seconds left. We'll regroup, and then we'll do one last fight, and it'll be fine. Like, we just gotta win on the last fight. And he's like, no, we gotta touch. And I was like, bro, listen, like, we need to go in 6v6, because if you just go in and die, we're gonna go in 4v6, and then we're gonna lose immediately anyways. and sure enough, eventually we like, he actually listened, and then we go in and get Zarya. 6 minutes, Zarya grabbed him and then wiped, and then he was like, bro, we needed to touch. And I was like, all right. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. I was like, that's exactly why we lost. It's because we didn't touch. And then my teammates started like shitting on me, and I was like, okay, you guys can be absolute idiots if you want, but it's cool with me. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm cleaning up right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream.